Hello, legends, and welcome to Zwifty Chat. The place to come for all your e-cycling news, views, and reviews. Hello, legends, and welcome to episode 1 of Zwifty Chat. We've got a packed show lined up for you tonight, and I'm joined by my very special guest, very special friend, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Ben Pitt.
Hello, Rob. Thanks for having me.
How are you doing, dude?
Oh, I'm a bit tired, actually.
Yeah,
I bet you're a bit tired too, as well.
Yeah, a little bit tired of playing with audio settings. I hope the internet can hear us. If the internet can hear us, I won't be able to monitor the chat during this. There's far too much going on. But
I've got the chat up on the left here.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
If you can hear us, or if you can't hear us, or if there's echo, please tell me. I don't want to know anything else. But if as long as there's sound coming out in the internet, I'll be absolutely delighted.
And hopefully we're the same level as well. Not one of us is super quiet.
I think I look a bit louder than you from all the squiggly lines going up and down.
But I'll turn up my microphone if you want.
I'll go down. I'll go down.
Okay. I'll go up, you go down. We'll be all out. All right. So Rob, apart from having to try us up a new podcast, how are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good actually. I've been doing, I don't know if you know, but I've been trying to do every single Z race ever. Obviously, I'm the only person to have done them all ever, and I'm 19 out of 20 so far. So I've got one to catch up on. I had the afternoon off today, but I was going to do a race, obviously, and then the stupid stream thing started messing with me. I couldn't press the play button on the quiz. It took me 3 hours to try to press a button. I was like, I just want to press this button.
All right. So the first feedback we got from Jonathan and Darren is that I'm high, you're lower.
Oh, you're high. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It was myself I bumped up. It was you that okay, I'll bump you down a bit. There you go.
Okay.
You've gone complete. Blimey. Carry on giving us feedback. That's very useful. Oh yeah, you keep going into the red. Oh, there you go.
Do I? Okay, I can turn myself down if you want.
No, we're okay. I'll manage at this end. I'm in charge. I know what I'm doing. It might not look like it, but we're gonna be okay. Well, look, I don't. You know, I'm not. I don't want to do all the how are you crap. I do care. I do care.
I've got this, Rob. So that was my baby, and that's literally a life size of when he was born.
Could you put it more towards your face?
I gotta get it. So that's basically life size of him when he was born, and now he's just a boring looking normal baby. So I might not that picture.
You're not special anymore.
That's right. He just looks like a normal. I think he's about 7 weeks now. So
right, yeah. I wasn't sure whether I should have asked you beforehand. I wasn't sure whether you wanted to discuss that, so that's why I moved on. But you are a relative new father. How old's Ethan now?
Well, he was born on the 1st of July, so I've got to do the mathematics for that.
Well, that's exactly 4 months I would make it.
Yeah, so then he was, 4 months for you, it's 4 months and 1 day for me, but he's, about 7 weeks old, adjusted. So it's a whole weird thing about having a premature baby where you got their birth date, but then the actual, adjusted because he's not like a 4-month-old baby. He still hasn't lifted. He can hold his head up slightly, but, walks around a bit.
Yeah, so when they're doing all the developmental stuff, it's kind of some stuff's in between and some stuff's based on the due date.
Yeah, exactly, because of all the milestones. And tech support are saying they want you louder, Rob.
Me even louder? I can't go any louder. I cannot go any louder.
I'll lower myself down. I'll lower myself down.
I'm on the max. I cannot give it
Okay.
any more power.
Okay, I've lost mine. How's that, chat? Let us know in the comments.
So yeah,
It's just
you
basically
turn
comment,
yeah,
isn't it?
listeners, you turn your volume up. How about that? We'll turn ours down. You turn yours up.
Is Darren says you just need to put your mouth towards his dry ice cream cone.
This is a this is a PG rated podcast. Wouldn't do any of that.
That is a very bright microphone. Oh, that Roy says I'm much better now. Okay, so we got one vote of confidence.
Is he just being nice though? Roy's the type of person who might just be nice.
Oh, Sean says it's good. Darren's just laughing at us.
Okay. Oh, Darren's going to be the next guest. Is the follow up? He's got a hard act to follow.
Oh,
It's going to be next
I don't know
week.
about that. He's probably did better than the quiz than me because I'm totally out of the loop. Mind you, I don't want to jump the gun here at the moment, but you're talking about new things. Was I the first person to do the Kahoot in a stream, and then you guys have copied?
Oh, I
Remember
don't know. I didn't copy it off you, but
Nathan
Nathan
may have.
may have. But we did have special access to a Kahoot account,
Yeah.
backdoor, to start with. But then we had to start paying for it, and I've had to start paying for it. But I've just gone for the very basic one because I hope we're going to have very few listeners. I don't want many people watching this. I want it to be just the best people, really. You know, all the good people.
What's the maximum you can have in the free account?
You can't even do a free account.
Well, what's the cheapest account? How many people can you do?
25.
25. All right. So chat, get ready to press that enter button when you get there.
I'm never going to get more than 25. I don't think. I bet I hadn't. I'm not paying any more.
You don't have to. You just make it. It's just a Patreon.
Yeah.
Thing.
Oh, pay to play kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you want to be in the quiz, you got to pay.
And you pay more money, we'll give you the answers as well.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, let's do the stuff about all the e-cycling stuff. The theme for this week, I thought, was everything is awesome. Everything just seems to be awesome. Like the e-cycling stuff, it's all ramping up and like getting better and stuff.
Yeah, because I made a very negative video about Zwift a little while ago and got a lot of hate. And I have to say, it's a lot of things that they're really. I wouldn't say Zwift necessarily has gotten perfect, but with the FRR, with some of the implementations, the new HUD, which hasn't got the draft, but I mean, things are getting better.
Yeah.
Racing score.
Yep. Racing score. The world, but I was mainly talking about the world. Like as a sport, e-cycling. I think that was like, hello, we've arrived as a sport. Maybe not as a production sport, but as a broadcasted sport. But as a sport, it seemed like there was stuff. Anyway, should we have a look at the video?
Yeah, let's go to the video.
Okay, Ben. Sorry. There we go. Oh, look at that! Did you like the nice transition? Watch, I'll do it again. Watch.
Yes, I love the smooth transition.
Okay, so these are some cyclists, and they got about 30 seconds to talk. Some of the best cyclists of our generation got about 30 seconds to talk to the hosts of the Worlds.
I like. Did you see the picture Josh posted where Pogacar's chair was empty and just had his name there?
Oh, really? Where he just nicked off.
Yeah, but there's a lot of corporate stuff. He's probably often having a bit to eat and chat with the big ones.
Right. The real reason he's paid to be there, not to sit and watch. Yeah. So that was it was a bit frustrating. The woman even interrupted him when he was talking about cycling. She was like, oh, "Okay, yeah, you've got to have some confidence to interrupt Pog when he's talking about cycling." Look at her. She's talking to her. This is how you do cycling.
Well, she's getting the crowd revved up, I think.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. She was a bit shouty, but overall, I thought she was quite good. I didn't realise I put quite so much of this on. And then they got... he must have said something funny. Then...
Not like our show.
My face keeps going off the screen. Osama was on next. Osama Al-Shafa. Did you know? I looked into him a bit to see if he was a cyclist and stuff. And it didn't say anything about him ever going on a bike. But he did this speech and he got his position by toss of a coin. He got the Asian UCI thing. There was a toss of a coin. It was 21 votes each. And then he couldn't read out his speech. He was like, got confused. Do you remember? He got confused. He was like, oh, where's the next words? She came over to help him, showed them where they were. And he was like, no, you don't know where my words are. So he turned it over. He was like, oh, no, those aren't the words. Oh, there they are. They're the words. Exactly where she said they were. He went on and on. Oh, man.
It reminds me of when you watch the cricket, like the Indian cricket tours have got like 20, dignitaries all standing on the podium. You're like, don't get up. I just want to see the cyclists. Don't care about it.
Yeah, they all want to shake hands with Tendulkar and get on the telly. All right, everyone, stand to attention for the anthem of the United Arab Emirates. Stand to attention, Ben. Everyone.
I actually missed it, but I think because I was getting changed to actually do my own writing.
Yeah, everyone had to stand up, and they did the whole anthem. I suppose they've paid for it, haven't they? They had bloody paid for it, didn't they? So they're we want our money.
That is a good production compared to some of the other productions we've seen for Zwift.
Yeah, they threw money at it, didn't they? They did the walkout thing. I quite like that. I think they should have your own walkout. It wouldn't have taken much longer to walk out individually, would it? Considering how much warm-up time they had and stuff. So you can get your own warm-up music. They do that in like cricket and stuff. When you come out to bat, you have your own warm-up music.
I don't know. I like the fact that they're both walking out together. I think for the visual. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just I like the visual of two of them walking out.
You do.
Yeah, just so it can be different, Rob. You're wrong.
What would your warm-up? I only did it because I had a pre-prepared question. So what would your warm-up music be, Ben, if you were walking out to do the E-Worlds?
Well, I had to be downtown, surely.
Oh,
yeah. I can't play it anymore because I'm trying to not get constantly struck. Like I don't get copyright strikes as such when you're a streamer who doesn't get any money, but it does, say I copyright and then some areas don't. Yeah.
So who sang that?
Macklemore. So. Yeah, it's actually, I've never really heard the song before until I was in Barcelona or something, and then, I just liked it because it's talking about riding a scooter, even though we're riding bikes, it's still similar.
Yeah,
it's close enough.
Yeah, he was good. I suppose that's what you wanted. You were like a normal guy, and then they did all the warm up for ages and ages, and they had loads of like footage, and then the race started, and it was just the riders went away. Like, okay, this is what the game looks like.
Yeah, this was the thing that I think was a little bit off-putting because we had all that cool stage, and then all of a sudden just go into what, like even you and I, this is what we stream. It's like we spend no money.
No, we don't. We don't stream this. We would never put in a stream like this.
Well, yeah, but look, what we're watching now is literally, we do better. We put our face on the stream.
Yeah. Who watches the videos? There's some people who've got an account and they just record all the races and put it up, but no one watches them. No one watches the ones without a webcam.
Carl Jackson. We don't watch that Carl Jackson. I want to see your face. Even if you're like me, my problem with my videos now, I've got quite detailed camera, so you just see me spit the whole time, dribbling.
I don't want to get a better webcam if it's going to see me spitting and stuff. Yeah, so this is the we'll come back to the broadcast thing, but so this
Darren
is the
Darren just asked if the stream is at 360p. Is the rest of the chat, what's the quality like?
Oh.
Just make sure.
And
Darren hates Darren hates my wish as well.
Is it going out really bad? At least we've got audio.
Maybe they think just the My Wish video is that. Maybe it is.
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, the video's never going to be high quality, is it? But we look all right.
Yeah, as long as we're okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we look okay, I think.
Okay.
He's got me paranoid now. I'm going to check settings. I don't want to check. I don't want to be changing settings, do I? I've got to destroy the stream. It looks okay to me. Does it look okay?
Everyone, just stand further back.
Yeah, go to the other side of the room. Watch it. Right. I forgot where all. Oh, right.
No, okay. We look fine. I think it's just a My Wish.
Yeah. the video's always going to be rubbish, isn't it? Yeah, so the women went out a little. At least they were pedaling. The women were pedaling, weren't they?
Yeah.
And
I was,
sorry.
yeah. I was going to say I was a little bit surprised that the women actually did go that hard. I think they didn't quite know what to expect, so they just all sort of rolled out zone 2.
Yeah, I suppose the Swedes had 6, didn't they, as well? So maybe Soderstrom was, doing it for Hermansen or something like that, or the other way around. I can't remember which way around it was, but the Swedes had 6, so yeah, maybe they. I mean, I bet they wish they'd done the American thing now, don't they? But yeah, that was. Yeah, let's talk a bit about the broadcast. That was atrocious. Like all the way through that race, they didn't show the women, and then afterwards they've just got these bits. Like I don't want to see it now.
I didn't get to see all of it, so I was just watching from this stage live, and I was like, "Why have they got such a good studio, but they haven't got any sweeping boom arm shots and things?" And then I look back at the beginning of the stream, and they had really nice sweeping pan views. Like when this is happening, just sweep across the riders, and so you can show them all just sprinting like hell, even if it's a replay. They didn't even replay it.
If someone came to you and said, "I'm going to stream my races, what do I need?" The first thing you'd see is a webcam, isn't it? The very first thing, the piece of equipment that you need is a webcam, and people, make it decent size. People like seeing the pain. They like seeing the.
And stream it at 360p, because apparently everyone's saying it's YouTube's 360p. I'll check to see.
Are we okay? Do I need to do anything?
I'm going to check on what it shows on mine just to, because I don't know that I'm saying the chat's lying, but I'm just going to check to make sure. Definitely quality. Okay, yeah, 360p is the highest quality, right? Should we? What do you want to do? It's not too bad. It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. I've looked at it now. Looks all right.
Yeah. Well, it's 360p though, so the chat wants their high definition.
Oh, did I not do the bitrate? Where do I change the bitrate? Maybe I forgot to do the bitrate.
No, it shouldn't be bitrate, and maybe not quite sure. The your template on your OBS, if you go to settings, and then output.
Yeah.
And then actually got to do the video, and then what's your base canvas and your output canvas?
There isn't a video.
Yeah, video, and then
1920 1080.
Output
620 360.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, so that output.
It, though.
Yeah, you can't do it once you're streaming, as you know. So we're just doing a push on. This means we've got
fine.
Yeah,
whingy bloody internet people.
Next week you can go high definition.
Okay. Wow, why do they want to see high definition? What's wrong with them? You've got high definition.
They're all watching on their potatoes.
Man, God, they're hard to please internet people, aren't they? Right, what are we talking about, Ben?
We're talking about the UCI.
Yeah, Chris Sredeker, right? He did an article today where he talked about the broadcast, because obviously he was there, and obviously it was brilliant being there. Yeah, it was just obviously brilliant, and everyone who's gone is like, "Oh, it was brilliant if you were there." Yeah, obviously it was brilliant if you were there, but I wasn't there. I had to watch this stupid thing, and he said there were 20 to 30 people doing the broadcast.
Does that include cameraman, or is it include?
Yeah. But the cameramen are just there, aren't they? Maybe 2 doing the swoopy thing or something. 20 to 30 people. I swear I could have done better on my own.
Yeah, but you're doing 360p today, so. At least it was in high definition. And Marky Marks, it actually looks pretty good for 360p though, Rob, so I'll give you that.
Man, I suppose because I'm using it for bike rides generally, aren't I? And that doesn't matter because.
No, usually your stream's usually not 360p. Otherwise, I'd tell you. I think you just because you set up a new scenes and stuff, so maybe that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, but getting back to the 30 people production. It was actually a good production. I was talking to you. I'll do it, Nathan. As we were discussing before the show. We yeah, like I think you were mentioning in chess, they have good productions, but they'll just show the chessboard. But no one wants to
No, they
watch the
don't.
play.
They don't. I'm saying that in every other live event, the people who did this just had to
Yeah,
watch one other live event, no matter where it was. In chess, they always show the
yeah.
players. They're like, he looks to be thinking hard at the moment, or
Okay, yes,
oh,
yeah.
he's realised he's trapped his bishop. Like the shock on his face or something like that. Um, yeah, every other live event shows the riders. Our sport isn't this. It's like going to the golf, and watching the golf, and them only putting up on the scoreboard. Like, okay, I can tell what's
Yeah.
going on, but I want to see the players knock the ball in the hole, or the riders pedaling their bikes. Chess players even moving the pieces. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to
And
watch the
replays.
aftermath.
I'd love to see a replay, like, because you obviously got a lot of riders, so you can't cover them all. But that first sprint, when they're all just rolling around for another 3 or 4 laps doing nothing, show us a replay of each rider doing a massive effort or their reactions. Like Josh in the men's race, I showed Josh Harris when he did the second lap and did the whole fist pump sort of
Yeah,
thing.
that was awesome. Yeah,
That was like, oh, there's a bit of emotion. I wanted to see that.
yeah, and I think so. That was pretty much it for the women's race, wasn't it? It was just like that's it done.
Yeah.
I think KK went for it again, and that was like, oh God, what are you doing? I didn't think that was a good idea. But then again, given how she did get the entry speed higher, I suppose. So maybe she had a fair point, but
Did she improve her time though?
I don't think she really did. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get on to the men's. So the men's were just, the Yanks are off the back, and they're literally not pedaling. Thomas Thrall's at the front doing 0 watts. Josh is right next to him.
Josh made a good point. So if you look at the map, you can see the Yanks like right at the back. They're just doing their own thing, building up speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come to. You can see them on the map coming. They're about. I think they hit the pat perfectly because everyone else does a million watts here, but if they're doing 4 kilometers an hour.
They literally hit it at the right time, don't they?
Yeah, you can see them getting drafted now almost. So there they are. They're in the back of the group now.
Yeah, but Josh, I've put a link in the description to Josh's video, and we spotted at the time, didn't we? But it was like Josh and the Americans were their only, really used their heads. I'm not saying the others didn't at all, because they knew not to lead other people out, but
yeah,
they thought one step ahead. Okay, no one's going to want to lead anyone out, so no one's going to pedal. So how do you get over that?
Yeah, and they actually did pretty well because I was thinking just ignore the first lap, just get your teammates through the second lap. But the fact that they outsmarted the rest of the bunch by just laying back and doing the typical FTS thing, which Josh said it in this video, which definitely got to watch. They've done enough Zwift racing where FTS is a big thing. You got to enter as fast as you can at the point.
I guess a lot of these haven't actually done ZRL, have they?
Well, yeah, I think because someone like Jason Osborne, like, have you ever seen him in ZRL? I don't think so.
I've never seen on Zwift. So this is where Josh was going for it, and they were showing the wrong rider. Josh hadn't got a sprint. He was obviously got a sprint. Go on, that was a great bit. That though, that was awesome.
That's what they need to show a lot more of. And maybe he was the only one who's given the big emotion.
Yeah, but I mean, they caught it by luck, and in a way, they should have got the sprint as well, but they caught it just at the right time.
Yeah.
So we're going race by race. So we'll do the women's strategist. I haven't got much on this now. I took actually the high when they redid it, so they replayed it afterwards, and they did have some footage of the riders. But when we were watching it live, we had none of it again. It was just the game again.
Yeah.
So
I like seeing more fuel up. Like that's if you're not into cycling like we are. Be like, what are the riders doing there? Because you watch esports, they're not downing gels and sucking down drinks. So it does show that okay, they've got to fuel up. They're exhausted. They need to recover.
Yeah. So who went for? And I don't want to complain because it was the best ever. Having them all together there, and so Gabby won that one, did she? And Mary Kate second, was it? But they should have had live. There wasn't enough live updating of the of the
But
points either.
the other thing is, and it might be because it might be a cultural thing with the UAE, but in Australia, they did the event and it was more like a pub event. Like it was at a university and people were sitting around drinking. The bad thing about the event in Australia is they didn't actually show all the people cheering until sort of after the race. And they didn't show it, have any of the sound. But apparently, people were getting into it and cheering the riders. And it's the same with this stream. There might have been a crowd there, but we didn't hear them. You couldn't hear anyone cheering or clapping.
Yeah, it sounded like it was dead, wasn't it? But apparently it wasn't. Apparently it was properly kicking.
Yeah.
Actually, so you when you went to the commentators, you could sort of pick it up a bit, but not when.
Yeah, during the event there was nothing. Like just give us a bit of background noise instead of having the like Zwift where you got the wahoo woo of the crowd cheering. Just with because my wish hasn't got that background noise, so stick that on. Like even if it's just people clapping at the end. Yeah. Because you didn't hear any clapping either.
No, not really. Yeah, so this is when Jason really stamped his authority on it, didn't he?
That was just ridiculous, wasn't it? He's like the best cyclist in the world at this format, and just rode away from them as if he was an A cat and they were a B cat or C cat riders.
Yeah, like now's my time to go. Bye. and that's why it's so great, this event. It just took, in some of the even like the Zwift verified events which have been going on this week. I still like, really, is that really real? Are you really doing 8 watts per kilogram down that hill? But there's none of that. It's gone.
Yeah.
This is 100% real. And he did 7 watts per kilogram for 22 minutes or whatever the hell it was. He did it 100%, no doubt, no one can question it. And stuff like the like about the saddle things. There was people in the comments saying, "Oh, that's not realistic." That people are doing grinding low cadence, standing up whilst going fast. It's like, doesn't matter. He's doing it. It's the sport. This is what we do. It doesn't matter that you're not aero, obviously, because you're not really
that's like this sort of took a step toward legitimizing indoor riding compared to it's because road cyclists complain that it's not cycling, but you stick a road cyclist on a cyclocross race and that'd be stupid. The cyclocross riders will just laugh at it for being so useless. Complaining that they can't handle the bike. It's a bit like that with road cyclists saying, "Oh, you can't do that outdoors." It's like, of course not. I'm riding indoors. So why should I be doing the same thing as outdoors?
Yeah, but I was just so. I mean, overall, I was just so impressed by the whole. And wouldn't it have been great to be there with the all the athletes and everyone's there, and it must just have been awesome.
The thing that I got from reading people being there, like especially someone like Josh, is you go and get to meet the riders that you don't see, but you ride every single race. And so they get to meet them face to face. And so instead of having that online chat where you sort of, as you said, wondering if that person's legitimate, wondering who they are, now they've met face to face. They'll be, when they race in whatever event they do next, they'll know the person.
Yeah, and they'll feel like teammates almost, won't they? Or like probably closer than their teammates if they're in person.
Exactly. Like they'll have these riders that went to this event, when they do another event and there's other riders who didn't go, they'll kind of be like teamed up against them because they go, "I know this rider. I'm more happy to pull or do some tactics with them." Whereas the riders that didn't go will kind of be just strangers to them. So they still know the names, but they just don't know them anywhere near as well as this. So I think this is great for the sport because it does build up the personality. We get to see them because like some of the riders, I know the names so well. I've looked back on some of my streams and I used to race them and get my ass kicked. I used to race them a lot. I had no idea what they looked like and things, but now I get to actually see them, see their personality.
It really personalises it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they did do the nice little interviews in between, which was really, it personalises it even more. They had little bits of that sort of stuff filmed, which was great.
Yeah.
So what was that after the men? So Lionel was actually in front still.
Yeah, that was interesting thing. I think one of the things I would do if I had this event again, I would change the point structure because it would have been, I'd probably get a lot of hate from the Lionel fans here because it would have been a crying shame if Jason lost by 1 point, despite absolutely dominating the 2 races basically. I can't hear you now, Rob. What have you done? You've broken the microphone.
I was vaping. Anyway, yeah. So did he do terrible on round one? I forgot to look. Jason.
Yeah, well, he didn't do terrible, but obviously he didn't do that well. And Lionel sort of took a couple of points early on in the second race, but like if you looked at that race without seeing the results, you'd say, "Oh, Jason won that." Whereas if the points came out slightly different, it would have been there would have been a lot of happy Lionel fans because he's been top of eSport for so long and hasn't actually he's never. Well, he basically won at the very beginning when they used to have those in-person events in America. I forgot what that was. Yeah, that was when he was at the very forefront pretty much.
Right.
And
Ollie was still pretty awesome though, wasn't he? But it was clear it won. I mean, thankfully it was clear on the points as well. Approaching the final lap, but he did have to go for it, didn't he? He had to do a long breakaway to ensure that he wound up all the points.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely deserved it. He was just head and shoulders above the rest. If it was more of a sprinty event, okay, maybe whatever Hayden Pucker or some of the other riders like Barnsey.
Yeah, I already thought it was quite sprinty. I suppose it was by this stage, but there's so many points on the last event. Yeah. But look at that for the first two events being quite sprinty, and Josh is up in fourth.
Thomas has also pointed out that Ollie Jones has shown in seventh, but it was actually Bjorn at this point. That's everyone was very confused in the stream. They're like, "Where's Bjorn?"
I'm sure he'd love to claim him as a Dane, but wrong flag as well.
Surely one of those people that was 30 in the production could have picked up those two Ollie Jones.
Yeah, they could have had one rider each. Okay. Right. So Gabby was ahead as well, but yeah, I suppose Mary Kate and Jason both just they took the early climbs, didn't they?
The other thing with the chat that I didn't realise because I haven't been following ZWS so much is that was the New Zealand rider. Was she DQ'd last week in Zwift because of that?
Yeah, apparently she was. Yeah, something about not calibrating immediately before, or she had to do something immediately before the race that she didn't do, or something. I don't want to misrepresent her, but that must have been quite something silly as well. And I think Josh was alluding to other people in his race getting annulled, and him moving up and him not really agreeing with her. So I don't know what happened there. But
I'm not sure if it relates to the kicker bike issue, which I actually that first thing I did when I saw the stream was like, what are they using? Because if they're using the kicker sixes, could be quite embarrassing with the issue that they have. So
it was Elite Justo, wasn't it? So
yeah, and I think the Elite. I don't want to say too much because everyone go watch Josh's video, but Josh was saying that it's difficult to get used to using the Elite compared to his kicker on the climbs because I do know that the stepper motor on the Elite does feel very different to a kicker.
Well, a new trainer is always going to make a difference, isn't it? Yeah.
But apart from that, I mean, they're all on the same equipment. They've all had a bit of time. The good thing about being in the one place, you basically, because I think the previous World Championships last year with Zwift, they were all different locations, and some people weren't in person. So it obviously different when we just come out of COVID. There was a first, I think, World Champs after COVID. So
I don't know if anyone's going to be able to do it other than my whoosh like this, though. This must have cost millions to do this.
Yeah. There is the whole sports washing issue, which I'm a bit uncomfortable with, but hopefully my wish doesn't just completely corner the market, but Zwift steps up because this is what we really need for other competitors. What is it called? TrainingPeaks, virtual TrainingPeaks, or TrainingPeaks virtual? Yeah, with Indie Velo now. I've got a lot of questions about why I'm not doing Indie Velo anymore, my racing, but the thing is, I want to do Indie Velo. We just need to have more organisers training event.
I'm going to do the boss thing now and say let's stick to one thing at a time.
Stick to one thing.
We'll come back to that. Okay?
I got ADHD when it comes to topics.
Okay, let's finish this bloody race. No, let's finish this awesome race. So yeah, this is the final race, and why? Oh God, it just annoyed me that I thought they were going to be so good. You couldn't even read that thing in the top left, the points thing. Okay, you can sort of see it now. But if they went to a right, so you can't see first place anymore because they're on the 6th rider.
That was a big fail in terms of my wish. Like the graphics, just don't give us the graphics in the game. Graphics for the stream. Like they've got so much money. Why can't they just pull it straight from it?
It's almost like they were doing this for the in-person event, so they want this on the big screen, so they can see the riders anyway. You know, it's like they were doing it for them rather than us. But even then, they'd want to see the points difference at the top.
Yeah. And the thing is, most people don't watch the whole stream because it goes for bloody hours. And so I'll pop in and out and I was like, who's winning? But they'd show the rider in 7th place and you couldn't see the rider, like first 3 riders on the stage. It's like, oh, this is rubbish. I want to know I just want to pop in for 5 minutes and check. I don't want to have to sit the whole stream.
Anyway, it was an awesome finish to the race. This was the most exciting thing. Oh, look at Gabby. Because this would have been great. You didn't get this in the live stream, I don't think. But you certainly didn't get the end of the race. So they've only got 700.
You got to get closer to the mic. They can't hear you, Rob.
What? No, I'm not doing it. They can turn up their volume. I'm not doing anything more to please these. I'm not doing this to please people,
You're getting redder and redder.
It's really hot in here. I don't know. I've got these lights shining at me. This stupid hat on. Yeah, so this was really exciting. And then they went to the person in 7th place. It was like such an exciting ride between, they've got Gary and Mary Kate just, going around hammering tongs at each other up the front. And why are they showing 7th place? It's all up on for grabs. No, we don't want to see this. Like, come on. The race is finishing. It was all such a good race. Then they go, right, they're back to... But now they've switched back to 6th. What are you thinking? Okay, you tried to work out who's at the top. It would have been so good to see, but Mary Kate, she's won it. Okay, we're back to her, and she's won it. Okay, great. But yeah, she did awesome. I'm absolutely delighted for her. And Gabby was so. She looked distraught afterwards, but she was amazing. Such a good sport afterwards as well. It was awesome. Really, that was just such a great race. It was the race of the day, definitely.
Yeah. To be fair, they do the outdoors as well. You'll be watching the Tour de France and there'll be a breakaway or a rider doesn't move and then they decide to show someone standing at the side of the road cheering. Just show us the action.
But even the Tour de France coverage probably doesn't have 20 people working on it.
Yeah, true. It's probably got a smaller budget.
Yeah.
The chat want you to eat the microphone, Rob. You might just sit there with the microphone up against your hand.
Oh, let me just consider that request from the internet. I'm doing all I can, man. What can I do?
We'll have to work on it for next stream.
My only chance is to turn you down further, but I'm nearly going into the yellow. I can't go any higher.
No, you got to get above yellow. You got to be constantly in the yellow. Only when you're in the red you get away.
Right. Well, maybe I've muted myself.
No, you're not muted. You just
audio settings. Okay, audio.
That sounded better.
I'm not going any closer.
Just move it. Can you move the mic a little bit?
I've done master gain. I've put master gain up.
That does sound louder. So we'll see what chat says.
I'm not listening to them. I'm not doing this for them. Right. Okay, I went into the yellow there. That looks better. Okay. So we've missed the race now. Me fanning about with my bloody audio settings.
We all watched it though. We all know what happened. Jason basically went, okay, guys, see you later. He did like a Matty Vanderpool or a Pog when they look at the group and go, okay, I'm gonna go now. Okay, see you everyone. Bye.
Yeah, and they kept showing the results from stage 3. Like, who cares about the results from stage 3?
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. The results, like they need to show the results from the stage, but then show us the overall straight away, so we know what the friggin' hell's going on.
Oh, look at Gabby, she was so happy, but she was so, oh, look at her. Mary Kate, awesome. Kiwis taking it. Oh, do you hate it when Kiwis win? Or do you not mind?
No, my grandmother's Kiwi, so I always got that excuse of, oh yeah, I'm part Kiwi. My mum's actually got a Kiwi passport now too, so she's, yeah, so that's always good for where they beat us.
Jason, stereotypically, not that delighted. Oh, was he nearly crying? Was that nearly so emotional?
Because I know that he has quit his team so he can do e-racing full time. Which the great thing about my wish is you can actually do this as a wage, which because we've never done. They've given a bit of money, but yes, I know there's not much money in cycling, but when you're the very best in the world, you should be able to at least train full time on it.
Yeah, you'd think, if there were like, 4 or 5 pros doing it every week, that would make something would happen, wouldn't it? There'd be streaming, and they'd be streaming as well, wouldn't they? Because Ed Laverack must make a bit off YouTube and stuff like that, and he's not as good as these lot.
Yeah, it does surprise me because he's good, but the thing is, these guys are a step above.
Yeah.
But as you say, they don't stream, so they haven't really got a way to make money besides the events. And streaming is a different thing than actually racing. There's a lot of stress going into setting up a stream. So if you want to be the best in the world, you don't want to be stuffing around trying to get your stream sorted out, as well as doing your weigh in and doing your spin downs. Well, obviously things are automatic now with the calibrations, but just making sure everything's right. And so if you can get 12, 20 riders or so in the world being able to do this full time, and I think it's getting close because watching or reading about what they get in My Wish, the Sunday races, even if you're in Cat 3, you can make decent amount of money.
Yeah. So what is the Cat 1 money though? What do you know?
I think it's about 4. Depends on how you do the currency, but I think if you win a race, it's $4,000 or something.
What, Australian or
US? I think. Right. But I'd have to check on that. But the thing is, it's good money. Like obviously
is that
you
a
have
week,
to.
Or is that the monthly final thing?
That would be, you've got the teams, then you've got a week. And so I think the monthly final's at $4,000. But Niles in the chat, he can let us know what the pay is, because, talking to Gatesy, Mark Gates, he was saying that if you're in what is it, Cat 3, you can make a decent amount of money. So if you're in Cat 2 or Cat 1, then it gives you a bit of incentive to actually train and just concentrate on doing e-racing rather than, because in Australia, I know with the Aero boys, I race with the Aero community team, but they've got an elite team. And the big elite riders in Aero, they just disappear during the main season because they're all racing for real. Right, they don't want to stuff around on the Zwift because they get no money for it. Whereas if they race outdoors, they don't get that much money, but that's their main sort of, what they strive for is racing, winning outdoors, because there's that prestige. No one gives a shit about if you win on Zwift.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say on this stream, should I?
What if you win 200 races in BCAS? Do people that care then?
Well, how many people watch the video? So Niall said 20,000 is what Osborne earned last month. 20,000, is that US, Niall? Or is that? So 20,000, if that's US, that's decent money if you're. Yeah. It's probably better than what most of definitely better than Conti Pro.
Yeah. Okay. Have you anything else that you'd like to say about the Worlds, Ben?
I'll probably say something about it later on. We're having a different topic.
Okay. Well, yeah. I've got a thing. Yeah, my big takeaway is that. That's my big takeaway. My big takeaway is that it's awesome. It was absolutely the best thing ever. Did a lot for the sport, and they've got to improve the production. If they want to fly me out there next year and tell them to put some riders on the screen, I'll do that.
I'd love to go and watch it. And I can hold a GoPro for him.
Yeah. Right. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is Zwift Racing Score, which is one of my favourite things No, it is. It genuinely is one of my favorite things. Oh, I've got so many scenes now. I thought I'm gonna try and keep it. Try and
Oh,
keep it simple, but
there we go.
right. So, do you like my little thing that goes around the outside? The orange thing.
Yeah, the orange thing. I can't see the orange. Oh, yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, no, that's good.
Cheers, man. It took me ages. I wish I hadn't done it because it takes you so long to align it. It's not easy to align, and and it's still a little bit thin on the edges. You see, it's like slightly thinner on the edges than it is at the top and the bottom. Oh, that's so annoyed me. I wish I hadn't done that. Anyway, Zwift Racing Score. I I genuinely thought it was better than the predecessor, but I did have some issues which I raised with Tim, who was very nice, and put it in touch with things. And lots of people have given feedback. Obviously, not just me. I haven't I haven't been the one to do this. But what I'm trying to say is that the things I was most concerned about, they've said they're going to change, and so I was very annoyed that they said that it was very easy to understand when it's not. It's just, and it's still not. But they've at least said the method that they're using, and they're using something called open skill, which is, it seems very similar to Velo, but it doesn't seem to work the same way. So it's about
doesn't seem to work.
It doesn't seem to work the same way as Velo. So it still seems to give like 2/3 of the riders go up and 1/3 go down for some reason. You very rarely see someone, finish above that 2/3 thing and still go down. Because
I think. I'll just give me a second. I got a cough.
Ooh.
I've been choking since you gave me that sandwich, Rob.
It was a big one, wasn't it? Should we do it again? I just put a lot of work into this, so I'm going to do it again. There we go.
It's not getting in the same spot.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get it there. Well, give me 1 second. I'll have another drink of coffee.
Yeah, you better have, man. Anyway, so they're using open skill, which is apparently used in one of those gaming things. I can't remember, is it Microsoft games? So, and yeah, at least they're telling us how they're doing it, and they're not just doing 2/3 up, 1/3 down, which I never really thought they were, but they're telling us the method that they're using. I still look a bit quiet. Have I got to really go close like this? I've got to go close like this.
That sounds much better.
Okay, I'll go really close again.
What mic do you have?
Sorry, Ben.
Do you have a dynamic microphone? Maybe that's probably the reason why you got to be like 2 centimeters from it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Anyway, so I remember when we first were talking about this in the Discord, and you're very negative in terms of how easy it is to understand, and also the 2/3 thing. What I found is it seems to be putting me in a pretty good spot. Like some races, it does make it bloody hard, but that's what racing is. It's giving me the races where I don't have an easy win. Sometimes I can get close to winning, but I might get 7th or 8th. But yeah, I shouldn't be able to win easily.
No.
And so, whereas the old cat system, if I got bumped down a cat, it was so easy just to pull out a win where everyone else was doing the same watts per kilo as you if you were very smart. So
yeah, I mean, I think I am rightly yo-yoing between A and B. Like we did that B race together, and I won. What was it? From 6 laps to go.
I think it was the second lap, because I always just sprint up that because we did the downtown dolphin, and then
we should have put that. I should have downloaded that race, shouldn't I?
Everyone watched it.
Yeah, all the good people. So,
but that was what, 7 people in the race?
Yeah. So I mean, on the big B races, I still can't win, but smallish B race, there was some old A's in that race. They just didn't get organised, and you took them down at the end.
Well, it was great for me because I just went, because I don't know what we're teammates and such, like we weren't officially teammates, but I was like, okay, I'm not chasing because Rob's out the front. And I
would have hated you if you chased me.
I was thinking, okay, if Rob's 20 seconds down the road and we go up that kicker and no one goes, I might go for it. Right, but then I was like, oh, stuff this. I'm just going to sit in.
Yeah, I did want to wait for you, but then I steered out your path. I forgot you didn't
Well,
have steering.
you did that, but at the same time, I was like, oh, I'm not chasing that.
Anyway, Zwift Racing Score. Let's keep on track, man. Oh, I thought we were going to be done in an hour. I honestly thought we were going to do it.
No way. It's Swift chats. Nathan usually cuts you off. You've got the.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
oh, now.
Is it me talking all the time? I thought it was. I thought I barely got in a choice.
No, you hardly ever talk, Rob.
Oh, good. Right. So yeah, more transparency. Good. Removal of 30-second power, because I think they had this wrong. I think they modelled things saying, oh, people with good 30-second power win races, but when you're categorized, when you're pen enforced with people of similar power, then of course 30-second power rules. But if your pen enforcement is not based on power, then it doesn't rule, does it?
And also the other thing is they're taking it from everything you do. Like I never go and do workouts where I do 30-second efforts. I do 30 seconds efforts in a race where I'm already gassed. And so if someone's racing against me, but they've done, pretty long at zone 1 and they do a max 30-second effort, then that's not the same as me hanging on in a group with, say, 50 riders and go max 30 seconds at the end. So, yeah, that if they change that, I think that's because some people in the chat, and I have seen it on Facebook, are complaining that they're in the wrong cat. I suspect those are maybe the issue with those people is the fact that their base, is it the base or what do they call the very lowest? Seed. Yeah. So I think hopefully that fixes it for those people because for me, I'm finding it so much better racing. I'm not winning anywhere as much as when I was back in Bs at the beginning, but I don't want to be winning the whole time. It's kind of boring.
I do, definitely.
You do. I don't. I actually find the best races is when I'm come 10th, 20th. Because I'm just hung on, and then found a group that have similar ability to me, and then you beat them in the end.
Yeah, I did have one like that this week. Oh, I was actually racing for 27th or something like that out of 30. But yeah, I found a nice little sprint at the end. Oh, nice little gruppetto, and sort of won the gruppetto. Someone went away long, but anyway, it's good fun, isn't it? But yeah, I definitely want to win. But I can't complain if the system stops me winning. I do want it to stop me winning. And has. Mainly getting fat.
People have got to finish below. Like you've got to have people that dropped. If you don't have people who are dropped, then you've got to have 30 categories.
Yeah, you want people dropped. Yeah, and I'm happy to be dropped. I was dropped, straight away on couple climbs in A. I'm not going to do that race in A. I'm just not that good. I never was. Certainly not in prime time.
It's like I stay away from all the races that Niall Batty likes. Anything that Niall Batty likes signed up for. There's a massive climb. Next race.
Oh, and this is the main one. This has really bugged me. People are sandbagging all over the joint, and it's really annoyed me. And so they're going to do something. And Tim says it's better than what they do in ZR app. So we'll see.
Ah, that's a big endorsement.
Yeah. So I don't know what they're going to do, and I kind of hope they don't release it, but it'll become clear pretty soon.
Yeah. It's a bit like with the ZRL, is I don't want to give out too much information because then the sandbaggers use it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the main thing for me. And it's all good. It's all good. And decay will be turned off. That was my other main bugbear, that they were dealing with inflation by letting people decay, and that just helping sandbaggers basically. The people who don't ride other than ZRL or something like that come on and destroy all the B cats because they're semi-pro outdoor riders.
They will have to deal with this at some stage because what is it, the 90-day power?
Yeah.
That they're taking?
Yeah.
I think 90 days is probably a little bit too long because you do have people who are like me who do hurt themselves and have to come back from injuries. And 90 days is actually, if you break a leg, okay, 90 days is a thing. But if you break a collarbone like I've done, you get back on the bike within 2 weeks, but you've lost a lot of fitness, and you essentially you can't do any racing because you're going to be dropped straight away. So it would be good if they're kind of, obviously not within 2 weeks, but people do go away. They do have things like a baby and have to spend time looking after the baby. So
yeah, I think there should be something like request a reset or something like that, and you can
I don't
only
know
do
about
it
that.
once a year or something like that. You can request a reset, and if you do that and you win your next race, you should get kicked straight back up or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is because it's quite a difficult thing. Because all I know is I got into Indy Velo after having that time off, and I was like, "What the hell?" I'm always in the category 1 pen. I hung on for some of the races on the flat, but when we went to a hill, I was lapped just about. Literally, it was 3 laps, and I got started my 3rd lap just as the guys were finishing the 3rd lap.
Yeah.
And Indy Velo don't have decay, and so that was demoralizing in terms of there's no way I could do those races. I did the tour, but there's no way I would have stayed on doing Indy Velo at that stage. Which is one of the reasons why I'm back on Zwift.
I see. So, big takeaway again. I can't reach the sandwich, but your big takeaway is that this is awesome as well. It's awesome. This is. It sounds like they're holding in, and I'm glad that the consultants or whoever they've got haven't just nicked off. They've stayed. They're going to do it. They're going to get it right, and this is the answer. It sounds like they're going to go for the answer. They're going to get it as good as you can pretty get it.
And I think you're so happy because traditionally Zwift have given us something and said, "I will work on it." don't mention it ever again. So the fact that they've given this update so quickly is why you're so happy, I think.
Yeah, they're taking the feedback. They're doing it. They want to get it right. Awesome, as far as I'm concerned.
Darren wants you to explain decay.
If you don't race, your score goes down over time. That's pretty much it. And the reason that it's bad is because some people only turn up for ZRL seasons. Do BCAT. They're clearly got ACAT power, but they just decay between the seasons, and then they would decay between seasons.
Yeah, we can probably talk about this for hours, but maybe we should move on.
Yeah. Okay. I've got loads of scenes, so I want to use them all now that I've got them all.
Yeah, let's use all that stuff you worked with.
Oh, this is FRR. Do you want to talk briefly about FRR or not? Because FRR is awesome, isn't it? FRR is awesome as well. It's like a pro tour now. I just love it. So you did you've done stage 1, yeah?
Yeah, I did the time trial last night. I like time trials where you've got a hill, despite the fact that I hate races with hills. Because time trials with hills, it breaks up. I'm really bad at just sitting at the same wattage for the entire race. I can't do a flat time trial because it's hard. Whereas if you've got
actually, I get a stabbing pain if I do the same power for more than like 10 seconds.
Yeah, because this one was good. You got the lead in, so you go down the hill, you ease into it, and then you go up the hill. And then as you go down the hill again, like there's no reason to do thousands of watts going down a hill because like the way it works is just like outdoors. So one of the things I do like is definitely a hill in the middle of the TT, so you can vary your power.
Yeah, but I think we maybe covered it on in the drops, but maybe not. All the awesome changes that they've made to how the e-gap's working and stuff like that. Did we cover that?
Yeah. So you can't just jump in a race. You can't jump in a race now, blow the field up, and then because you've got different time zones. So it's a bit unfair if you get someone who jumps in fresh after you've done 7 stages and blows you away. Now you have to be a tourist, as they say, which is good. And also the other thing was they're stopping the sandbagging. And so if you go outside your cap, they'll upgrade you now, whereas before, I'm not quite sure what the rule was, but they're a bit more lenient on people upgrading.
He was so nice, wasn't he? I mean, because he's done such horrible courses, he maybe felt he had to be nice on the categorization. But Yeah. And are you doing it all? You doing it all?
I'll try.
Nice one, man.
I was going to do the first time slot today, but the weather is going to be too hot for the shed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be 27 degrees. So I was like, okay, I'll do an 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. race.
It's only spring, isn't it? It's not even summer.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I used to race in the house with the air conditioning, but since we've had the baby, we've got Whitney's parents staying in the house, so I can't use the spare bedroom. And
I wondered how you were actually managing to bike ride. I was like, what's going on there? You've got like a 4-month-old. Oh, you've got the in-laws staying cool, doing all the, the making bottles
so what
or
I'll do
whatever
is
else.
I'll do the late night shift.
Right.
I'll do most of the help during the daytime, but I'll take a few hours off in the daytime to have a sleep. So I'll be doing the 3 o'clock and the 6 o'clock sort of shift in the mornings, and then catching up with sleep and things during the day. I still don't sleep that much though.
Yeah, so that's awesome as well. Everything is awesome. Literally everything is awesome.
And the other thing,
sorry.
the other thing too, I did make a video about it, and it got a lot of flack. Is I'm not quite sure how he's enforced it because I haven't got through the rules, but at least it's a bit of a gentleman's agreement at the moment. And if you do well, he'll probably check. Is you got to do trainer only power for the top 3 categories.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy with that because that's what I called for in my video. I said, event organisers, Zwift isn't doing it, so let's do it ourselves.
Yeah, let's get on that train. I mean, for crying out loud, why are people allowed to do that? It's just stupid. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you. Oh no, I've done the Kaboom one. I've done that. It's the wrong one.
I'm trying to power the Kaboom.
Yeah. Ben's big takeaway is about FRR.
Yeah, finally listening to my video. Someone's actually watching. I don't know if it was me that got that change, but trainer only power in top level categories.
You kind of spoiled it there by doing the little intro, but I'll do it again. Just say that again. There we go. Ben's big takeaway is.
I don't know what I'm talking about now. The trainer power only for FRR is what we need.
Okay. Yeah, trainer only. You've all got trainers. Put them as your primary. And
that's right. Nothing
any
more
complaints addressed to Ben Pitt.
Yeah, comment. Even the bad comments are good on my channel. It gives me amusement.
Yeah. Don't complain to me. He said it, not me. Right. There's one more thing. I can't remember. There's one more thing I want to discuss, even though it's 10 o'clock. What was it? Oh yeah, Indivelo. I haven't got any graphics. Oh no, that's the wrong season. Bloody hell. I've got my thing. Watch, I can do this. Woo.
Yeah.
That's my Stream Deck. It's the first time I've used my Stream Deck. I had it all set up, and I haven't used it all now.
Yeah, Stream Deck. Just to get a bit off topic, Stream Decks are very good if you're playing Call of Duty, but when you're doing Zwift, you can just use the mouse and keyboard. I find myself using the keyboard and mouse most of the time. Anyway, so what's the next thing, Rob?
Oh, Indivelo being purchased by, acquired by TrainingPeaks.
That took me by surprise. Took everyone by surprise. That was like I'm a founder. Is it founder? Anyway, I pay for Indivelo, and so yeah, we didn't get any heads up about that. Obviously, George was working in the background. So I woke up one day and I was like, "Why is my Discord? Where's Indivelo going?" Because it's got TrainingPeaks on there now.
Was it all smooth from your experience, or did you not even go on it?
There was a lot of like basically people got, because you got locked out of your account, like you couldn't log into Indivelo.
Not very smooth then.
If you decided if you're gonna do a race, you're like, okay, I get out somebody to do a race, put bids on. Oh, what the hell? I can't log in. So it wasn't the smoothest, but I can see why they do it. And I think after a couple of days of thinking about it, I think it actually is going to be a good thing, because it's what George wanted. He wanted to create a platform and then someone come along with the money to take on, or bring it, basically, yeah, try and take on Zwift. And I don't know, do you know how many people have TrainingPeaks accounts? Because there'd probably be quite a lot of triathletes and things.
That would have been an excellent thing for me to research before the before the podcast. I don't know much about training at all.
What's a workout? Have you ever used Android?
Uh, I would think there's in the region of 1.4 million.
Yeah, so that's a
I've no
that's,
idea. I'm just guessing. Why I don't. If you're guessing, use precision. That's my tip. Especially if you're in a meeting, I would think it's in the region of 1.4, and the people believe you. If you say you think it's in the region of 1 million, people are like,
that's
but go for 1.4.
that's like my joke with my teammates when we're looking at riders that we think are a bit sus. And if their weight's like 60 point or 72 point something, it's like, oh, obviously legit because I've got that more point.
Yeah, but the ones who go from 80 to 95.
Yeah, it's right. If they went from 80 to 95.2, I wouldn't question it.
Right. I'm gonna ask the internet
Yeah.
what's it called? TrainingPeaks.
You might be
Training.
I'll ask the chat while you're doing it because you can't see the chat.
Oh, I wonder
Who's faster?
how many TrainingPeaks users are there? Does ChatGPT know? Oh, it's got a large user base.
1.2
That's what
million.
it's actually said. It's got a large user base. So I'm not even going to give you a number.
So George and the bike said TrainingPeaks got 30,000 downloads on the app for Google Play. And so
Well, TrainingPeaks virtual, assumedly.
Training Peaks. Because you
TrainingPeaks
got
itself
that.
or something more than that. I think even I've got it. I don't even train.
Have you got Training Peaks?
I think I checked and I have actually. I think I have used it at one stage. Don't know how.
Do you pay for it?
No,
Oh, okay. I was
I
going to
hope
say.
not. I've signed up for loads. I pay for loads of shit I don't
You're probably one
use.
of those subs that you're silent subs or whatever it is that you pay for it.
Like,
But
yeah, that would be really good for me. I'll get my money's worth from that. And, never use it again. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome again though. Surely it's more money into the thing. George was never going to do it as a full thing, was he? He was never going to do the graphics. He was never going to do, but he wanted it. He's done the bit that he wanted to do, the hard bit, what he thought was the hard bit, which seems to be the hard bit given my whoosh crapness.
yeah, there's the great thing about IndieVelo is you'll see some innovations. Even if Zwift implements something, 2 weeks later, IndieVelo would do the same thing because the program isn't like bandaged together with sticks and wool like Zwift is, because Zwift is never designed to be what it is now. Whereas IndieVelo is like, okay, let's start with a base where we can put everything we want to in. So it's over 1 million downloads, George and the bike said. So
he said 30,000 a minute ago. I can't trust him.
I think maybe he's talking about.
If he wanted to be trusted, he should have said 1.4. What's he doing saying exactly 1 million? No one's going to believe exactly. Do you know, I once did a report for someone, and it was down to pounds and pence, and the number came out to exactly a million number. I was like, what? That cannot be true. It just cannot be. And I got my analyst who did it. I was like, right, change it. Just minus £4.73 off it or something. It was like, it can't be exactly a million.
Yeah,
no one's going to believe that.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't sound sus. So Jonathan's saying that TrainingPeaks are used as a triathlete. So I agree with. I think because people who use these training programs, they're not racers. They're idiots like us who just jump on a race. We don't pay for. Well, I pay for Zert, but you haven't got time for workouts. Whereas if you're doing an outdoor event where you spend, especially triathlons, where you spend a lot of money. Yeah, spend the money on the bike.
Don't most refusers do training stuff?
Don't think so. Or the racers do. I think a lot of Zwift users do workouts.
No, I think most, I think the normal people, the people who don't race, I think they do. You see loads of those bike, like the book things. Yeah.
But they're not watching this podcast, are they?
No, they're not watching.
So we can bag them out. Those weirdos.
But, is it, forget about it. Let's not talk about it. It's boring.
Yeah, no, but yeah, so it'll be interesting because IndieVelo is set up as a racing platform, and now got a massive influx of people doing workouts. So it's a bit of a schizophrenic type situation.
Yeah, all the racing's going to go to shit, isn't it?
You don't swear on your stream, Rob, but
Oh yeah.
it'll be.
Sorry, that was bad.
Only ice. Yeah, that was me. So it'll be interesting to see because, as you say, graphics. It's kind of exciting because in Develop, I'm used to the graphics, but it's a big turning point, like turn off point for people. They're just used to seeing the Zwift avatar, and they jump on Indivelo, and you got a little tiny head, and you got a funny looking butt, and the way your tail is different, and it's off putting. The initial thing's off putting. I'm used to it, but I can see why people don't do it.
Yeah.
And Darren said Kaboom is just race like mad.
Oh, that gives me an excuse. Boom! Come on, I've used my graphic. There we go. I meant to do that loads during the Worlds thing when people were in races, but I forgot. There's so much to remember. Don't criticize me. I'm trying to do my best, internet people.
Apart from doing 360p, I think everything else is going pretty good.
Yeah, I've got a sort of sickening feeling in my back, in my stomach, that I'm going to watch it back and go, oh god, that's so bad.
I've done that with streams because I think I did like 2 months worth of streams, and then I checked back for the first time for ages because a lot of the time I don't watch my streams. Yeah. And it was like 720p. I was like, God damn it! I wish I had known that. Why didn't the chat complain?
Oh no! I've just got rid of the quiz. Oh no! What have I done?
Okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Bit of excitement in this.
Let's do overall summary. Zwifty is big. Oh, Zwifty is big.
I got to get.
I've got to. I need to brush the teeth again. Zwifty's big takeaway is that everything is awesome. It is. Oh, now my stupid camera's going out of focus.
I didn't like saying
I found a fix for this week, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so clever! I've done this like coding fix for the outdoor."
It's good that we're in 360p while we're opening our mouths, I think.
Yeah. So my big takeaway is that everything is awesome. Kaboom! Yep. Right. Who wants to do a quiz?
I don't particularly, because I'm going to do it badly. But let's start it up.
We don't have to. We can just go.
No, let's do it. That's what they're here for.
Really?
I think so. And us just messing up.
Oh, I've lost my scene. Oh no,
Darren wants to talk about Zert, but I'll talk about Zert another time. All right, so now I'm going to do. How do I join this?
So you need another device, or another browser window, or something.
Are you able to drop the link in the description in the chat?
No, you can. You figure it out. It's Kahoot.it. No, not Kahoot.it. Kahoot.com. Kahoot.com. Kahoot.com.
I can use a pin, can I?
Kahoot.com. Or you can use the Kahoot app. And the game pin, once you get there, is 150882. Still waiting for players.
Play.
Oh, is it not working? Nobody's joined. Literally nobody's joined.
I gotta get the scene back. Where am I?
Oh, I think I might have messed it up. I might have to do it again. I've had this open for like 7 hours, so it may have somehow expired or something. Do you think I'm gonna have to start? Have you tried?
I'm just doing it now because it's trying to get all the windows that I've got open. Okay, so no error. We didn't recognise the game pin.
Bloody hell! Right, I'm gonna have to go to a different scene.
This is what you get for being organised, Rob.
Right, you've got to talk on your own now. Look, you've got your own scene. Look at that.
Yeah, I'll talk about Zert for a second. So one of the things that took me by surprise was actually Zwift and Zert have that in-game implementation API, using the API, so I can go into Zert and have a workout pushed to Zwift. So I can choose a workout from Zert, or I can just jump onto Zwift without even using Zert at all, and it will give me the ride of the day. And so I messaged George in Indivelo saying, "Oh, can we have this for Indivelo?" And didn't hear anything back. And then I messaged Armando from Exert and said, "Oh, can you have a chat with George about getting this for Indivelo?" And he sent me back a message saying, "Oh, here's an API. George can use it." But I suspect he probably knew maybe what was happening because it was literally a day before they announced TrainingPeaks was taking over. And so then I woke up with the news and I was like, oh, crap, now I can't use, or definitely won't be able to get Zert into TrainingPeaks virtual. I don't think they'll be letting that. I do love Zert. The TT I did last night, actually, Zert predicted that I'd do that FTP pretty much without even me doing an FTP test. So I can't hear you, Rob. You're very quiet. No, I still can't hear you. I had the tap.
I've got double tap, it seems. I don't like how computers know stuff about you. I don't like that at all. Like they know what you're going to do in the future.
Yeah.
I hate that. Okay, so we've corrected the thing, and the game pin at www.kahoot.it. Sorry, kahoot.it is 578-279. We've got our first quiz joiner. It's Paul Young. Ben. Which Ben? Yeah. Oh, is it you? He's here. And Sean. I
better use my real name.
Right. All the best people here. We can stop. I think that's enough. And Jonathan Huber. I forgot about Jonathan Huber. Oh, cool. Okay. I'm sorry the podcast has taken so long. I meant to be done in an hour, but Darren Van Dit's here. Just normally join the quiz, as far as I remember. Burrito. Oh, are you the burrito, or is it? Are you?
No,
you're Ben. Are you?
I don't know who one of the burritos might be watching. They might just like burritos.
Oh no!
I'm Ben. I was going to be 360p, but I thought it'd be a bit confusing.
Oh, Ben Brown. Ben Brown had his bike stolen and his trainer. Isn't that awful?
What?
I know. And he wasn't insured as well because it was in like an outside area, like a shared communal area.
I was going to say, I can understand stealing a bike, but how do you run away with a trainer? But if it's out,
I think it was just a wheel-on trainer because he was using pedal. He was one of them. He was using pedals because he had to, because he didn't want to put a smart trainer in his communal area. Lee Cassidy's here. Sandbagger. I don't know who Sandbagger is, but welcome. Marky Mark. All the best people are here. Right. I really wasn't hoping that many people joined the quiz because it's getting close to my limit. Oh, no. Dave B. Oh, Dave B. Dave B was the first chatter ever in the Zwifty chat podcast. 8th. Oh, is that Josh? Do you think that's Josh? If so, Josh, awesome, man. And if you're ever free to come on, I would love to have you as one of our guests. Do you think that's Josh? Do you think it is Josh? Who else would put 8th? I think it's Josh.
Must be Josh. If it's not Josh, pretend it's Josh.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, awesome ride, man. And awesome trip. An awesome video. Right, I suggest we make a start. And this quiz is all about beginnings.
Oh, crap. I'm under pressure now.
So beginnings and a bit of insider baseball here because this is about my channel. In the trailer to this podcast, what did I say were all beginnings? Was it A, goodbyes, B, endings, C, bygones, or D, friendships? Can everyone see the answers, by the way, on their devices?
I can see the answers. I don't know if I'll get this one right. I watched the video as well. I'll claim sleep deprivation.
Oh, not many got it.
I got it right.
Yeah, I said that all endings are beginnings, but I got it from ChatGPT. I didn't actually make it up myself, so it's not very true. But that's caused quite a split in the pack right at the start. Every day Zwifters leading the quiz. I can't remember that ever. And Brad Pitt. Who's Brad Pitt? That's easy. Easy. Have you ever won the quiz? I hope so. But now's your chance, man.
Quiz now.
When did Zwift beta launch? Was it 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017?
I hope I got this right.
I do too, Ben. I want you to win. I should have given you some clues.
I don't know if I want to win. I just want to make sure I finish above the mid-pack. Yeah, I got it right.
Oh, lots of people got it right. I wouldn't have got that right, I don't think.
It should be pretty obvious, this one. If I didn't get it right, I'd be embarrassed.
It was 2014. Oh no, Easy got it wrong. Oh, Jonathan Huber though. And Darren Van Dit as well. Come on, Darren. Right, next question. Which direction does one go after leaving the start pens on Downtown Dolphin for Incrid City? Do you go left for Downtown Dolphin or right for Downtown Dolphin? I've done I looked her up and I've done 1,150 laps of that bloody thing in both directions. I used to do it all the time.
The most annoying thing is you can't set that course up on the club race. You can do the other direction.
No,
you can't do it. That's the direction I want to go. So yeah.
Weirder.
It's frustrating.
So it was left. It pretty much split 50-50. It was a guess for most people, it would seem. But it is left. Yeah, you go up the cobble climbs. I would have definitely got that right. And then down the rollers. Okay, let's see what. Oh, Jonathan Huber. Oh, he's got a good lead now. Oh, but you've moved into contention, Ben.
I can't say the score because it's so blurry. What's happened?
Oh, really? Is it that bad?
I'll just check the chat to make sure everyone else can read it.
Oh, sorry. Oh, right. Oh, the cream's rising to the top now. We've got Jonathan, Ben, Roy, Brad Pitt. I don't know who Brad Pitt is. I'm guessing. No, I won't guess. And
I don't know who it is.
Okay, for which game is this the homepage? Oh, it says it on the screen. I didn't realise.
Good work, Rob. This is just what I
Bloody
points,
hell.
Isn't it? Everyone's a winner.
It said it. I took it out of the top. Oh, some people still got it wrong. They obviously went quick.
They'll put quick here.
Yeah,
quick draw.
It's not my wish. Okay, sorry about that.
I can see the score now.
Oh, it's getting close. Oh, Jonathan's got a good gap though.
I think Brad Pitt is always better than me at everything.
Yeah. So, there's a pack forming behind Jonathan though. I think work together, and you might catch him.
Yeah, draft away.
Yeah. When was the first ZRL race? Was it October 2019, January 2020, October 2020, or January 2021?
I'm not sure about this one, but I quickly surmised about. I'll just wait till the time kicks down.
Because it is good having COVID, isn't it? Wasn't that massive pandemic is helpful for remember when stuff wasn't it?
I got it wrong though.
Oh, I thought it was 2019.
I thought it was 2019.
Oh no, I think I might have got it wrong. I think I might have picked the wrong answer. It's the first time I've ever done that. I think that is wrong. Oh no.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong because I'm sure I did do it, and then I did do it in 2020 because of lockdown, and I know what was going on before. That's all right. It just evens it back out a little bit. There was a bit of a crosswind.
I'm so sorry. I'm almost certain I've ticked the wrong
Three
answer there.
people got it right though. They're very.
Yeah, I hope they haven't took the lead. I'm sorry. I'm almost certain that's wrong. Oh, but Jonathan got it right. That would have switched it around as well, wasn't it? Oh no. Jonathan, I think you should get the next answer deliberately wrong to make up for that, because you were wrong there.
He just knows you so well.
Yeah, he knows how I would get it right. Oh, I'm sorry, I've spoiled the quiz. Oh man. Which of these race courses does not begin in the desert pens? Is it Downtown Titans, Sand and Sequoias, Triple Fat Loops, or the Big Ring? Which one does not begin in the desert pens?
I had to guess on that one. Has been a little while for me.
Can everyone hear the music, by the way?
I can't hear her music.
Oh,
Maybe it's in your disc.
Oh,
I got it wrong.
it is Downtown Titans. Downtown Titans begins in Downtown Watopia. Hence
I
the
should have got that
downtown.
right. I love
Oh,
Downtown Top.
downtown.
exactly. And it's also half the team name of my team, Burrito Titans.
Oh yeah. And your favourite song.
Yeah, exactly. Like combined two of my best things in my stream.
Okay.
What a useless I am.
Oh, Jonathan did get it deliberately. He's taken the hit there. Jonathan did take the hit. Let him catch.
So
That was very, very, very sporting review. Unless you just didn't know the answer, Jonathan. Oh, Josh is moving up. Oh, imagine having Josh on your tail. You would not want that, would you? In which country will the 2025 Tour de France begin? Is it Belgium, Austria, Luxembourg, or France?
I really should have read this article.
Yeah. I know I didn't say it, but you should know you're cycling even if you're an indoor cyclist, I think.
I was going for the smallest country.
Yeah, it's in France. Tour de France begins in France. Bit of a...
I thought it was a trick question.
Yeah, begins in Lille in France this year. Oh, Paul Young racing up there. Oh, this is getting close. How many questions left? I don't know how many questions left. It doesn't tell you anywhere.
I think it tells you somewhere, but I can't. When we do it at work all the time, I worked out where it can set. It says seven on the top left. So is there 10 questions?
I think so, yeah.
Or is that my place? We'll find out next question.
Oh, it's question 8. Question 8. Who was the first men's UCI World e-cycling champion? Was it Jason Osborne, Jay Vine, Freddie Ovett, or Bjorn Andresen?
I was going to say, has Freddie ever won? I don't think he has.
No, he hasn't. But there weren't that many people who have. It was Jason Osborne. Won again this year. Won the first time. Yeah. Not much more to say about that, really. Oh, Paul Young is on fire. Oh, you've got to be worried about that.
But I'm distant.
Oh yeah, it's all about the first three now. Oh, top three now. But 2 bends. Oh no, Ben back. Okay, right. Question 9. Which route has the longest lead-in of these 4? Jason the Sun, Coastal Crown Loop, Knickerbocker, or Cobbled Climbs? That's not the route, by the way. The one that's pictured.
I went for
none of them are France routes, so I thought that was pretty obvious.
Can I get this right? I actually got that right, yes.
Coastal Crown Loop, yeah. I actually looked for what has the longest lead in all of Zwift, but it was very hard to find. And ChatGPT was useless. Well, absolute crap dealing with questions like that. Yeah, Coastal Crown Loop, I think it's about 8.6. None of the others are even close, I don't think. They're quite short. But I would like to know what has the longest, if it is the longest lead in Zwift. I don't know.
Is that one of the Innsbruck ones? Is there a course in Innsbruck where you got to do the climb before you even start the race? Or is that only...
there is, yeah. It's not Achterbahn, it's the reverse, isn't it? Lucha. But
yeah, so that's ridiculous. It's
got a lot of climbing, but is it longer?
Distance. It doesn't matter. It's climbing. I can't draft, so I'd rather draft 100 kilometers and do that.
Yeah, to do that one, I had to do it as a meetup. Oh, is Josh taking first place? Is that Josh? Is that Josh in first place?
Yeah, pretty close though.
Oh yeah, Paul Young. Oh, would you want to be? You probably, if you're gonna be there with Josh in the final event. I'm
out on my own in the middle. I'm out of separated the pack, but I can't chase down the top 3.
Shastapat. Is it? What do you call it? Chasing potato. Shastapat.
Chasing potato. What?
That's a cycling term. It's my favourite cycling term, actually. Shastapat. Oh, is it? Oh, I've forgotten the term now. Shastapat. They call it chasing potato. Someone who's, made their way. You tried to bridge across between the peloton and the breakaway.
Yeah.
They just get caught and they don't know what to do, and they call it the chasing potato or the Shastapat.
See, I don't ever do that. I just sit in the pack. That's what I do.
Yeah. Okay, final call. Gosh, it's exciting.
Yeah. All right.
It's like the women's race of the world, isn't it?
Just the same.
Yeah. Double points though. Oh my word! Which is the most common first letter in Zwift courses? Oh, I thought this was a great question. Is it T, C, S, or R? What's the first letter of Zwift
Just go
courses?
over a guess.
Most common. It's not even
Just
close, by the way. It's like way out in front.
Hey,
Oh, not that decisive. Oh.
the I just went for T because of that.
Well, that actually are no there's.
Yeah, it's true.
There's
I was,
just
'cause I
no.
was
I thought it. Oh, I was like, it must be because of theirs, but it's not. It's just there's loads of different ones like Titans and that kind of stuff. Titans.
yeah.
Uh,
All right, what's happening? Where's the drum roll?
oh man, I'm so nervous. I don't reveal who is the first ever quiz champion of Zwifty Chat. Who will it be? Third place is Ben. Congratulations, Ben. Well done. Second place is Paul Young.
Oh,
And in first place, we have eighth. Now, if you'd like to reveal who you are eighth, I'd be delighted to know.
I'm watching the chat. Everyone will probably claim to be eighth in the chat, though. I'm eighth, so is my wife. Wife, I can't even say wife. Oh, well done.
Are they holding up? Have they held up? I can't. I don't think I've got the chat.
I'm just reading it now.
Congratulations, eighth. Anyway. Oh, I've probably just shared my password to my banking app.
Paul Young said eighth was.
It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. What am I doing? Is everyone going? Right. Okay.
Josh Harris was in the chat. He says eighth, so it was Josh.
Yay, Josh! Oh, wow. First eighth in the worlds, and now first in the Zwifty chat.
Oh, evil
quiz. Yeah. What a week.
Link your video to the chat, Josh, too, so everyone can check that out. And then make a video about your experience, too.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see a video about his experience.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Ben, I'd like to thank you very much for helping me, particularly helping me get set up with all my stupid technical questions, and Nathan as well. Nathan helped me out a lot, so thank you, Nathan. And tomorrow night is the podcasters race, Holly versus Nathan. Tune in for that. I am volunteering a long-term commitment at a bonfire where we get to celebrate. The whole nation comes together and agrees to hate a man who lived 400 years ago. Like, burn him. Yeah, burn him. So that's great. It's, everyone hates him. And then, what else?
So you're not doing it? Yeah.
So I can't do it nor commentate on it, which I originally wanted to do. But I'm fully supportive of it, and I will be making a donation to Nathan's charity. Go Team Nathan. Go get her.
I was signed up for Team Nathan, but then I saw he had more people in his team, so I signed up for all these teams.
Oh, you switched.
I switched.
Oh, what do you think? So it's Claver, Lift Claver Dupe, and Ocean Lift Claver Dupe.
I'm not even bothered checking the course because I'm doing FRR as well. I got to try and. I think I'll join it, but I'll see how I go. I think
Oh, should we have a look at their stats? Should we do it side by side? I haven't actually got them together.
Have a look at it. Also, the stream want to know if there's a punishment ride.
No, because it's my channel.
Rough.
I'm never ever going to do a punishment ride. Never ever. I hated them. I always hated them. I was kind of suckered into doing it, and I always resented it, and I will never do one again.
It's my channel. I'll do what I want.
Yeah. So no, I won't ever do that again.
Yeah. But getting back to while you're getting those stats up, so Ryan did a recon as well. Yeah, on Ryan's channel, there's a recon for the course, but I didn't actually check the course. Right. I just had a look of Ryan's video.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the stats up.
Maybe we could just ask the chat.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting.
So I would think, I suppose either of them, so because it's going to be multi-card, I suppose either of them, the thing to do is get a group away off the front, isn't it? And try and bridge over at some point. So it's two laps of Ocean Lift Side Claverdoop.
Is that so that goes up that bloody steep,
Epic.
what's it called?
Epic
I
bypass.
actually really like that course
Yeah, it's a good one.
because you don't go up the Epic.
Yeah, well, I don't like any course that goes in.
I did the VRL a couple of rounds ago, and I thought that the finish was the top of the Epic. As I was dreading it so much, because you go up the top of the Epic for the first, and I was like, I'm going to do this twice. If you watch my stream, you can see the relief on my face where I realised we weren't going up the Epic twice.
It must have been that one. That's the only one that we've gone close on, isn't it?
It was round 3 or maybe round 2. I think it was the second round, maybe, because one of the Evo teams was shorter riders, so Kyle Jackson, punishment ride. I can't do a punishment ride. The chat want me to do a punishment ride. Every ride. After ride heels. I don't like heels, Dave. I told you. The chat is saying, you say heels or heels?
Oh, bloody hell. Holly is strong, actually. I'll get Nathan's stats up. Just carry on talking.
Yeah. So 320 are signed up. But what's the split, though? Because that's the important bit.
Yeah, we've either got the advantage. What's the... Nathan's really hard to find in Zwift Power as well. He's got some weird name. Honestly, it takes me hours to find him. He's got like Nathan YouTube or something. What the...
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't bookmarked him. So...
ZMS is in the chat letting us know. Tomorrow he's going to be covering it. ZMS is going to show the riders for a few million less.
For what? Oh, yeah. Honestly, I mean, how much better would Damo have done?
Roy, my channel's called Titanium Ben because I've got lots of titanium on my face.
Yeah.
Which is my...
Oh, I meant to mention that.
Yeah. I think I did. I was on the first, not the first podcast, but the first podcast I did with you. We talked about my channel name. 179 for Nathan. So I don't know.
What was the accident again?
I had a fight with the ground.
Was it biking related?
Yeah, it was a bike face plant. Rather embarrassing. It's not as bad as Nick Bramble in my Burrito Titans team has a better accident. I was at least trying to do a bunny hop. I had a dislocated thumb, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if my thumb's all right now." I went to do a bunny hop. I was like, "My thumb's not all right because I let go of the handlebars." I was like, "Well, that's a bad way to test it." But Nick Bramble had a great trip to Australia for about 3 weeks and headed back to the UK. And then I think the very first day he was back in UK, he went for a short ride, was exhausted, and couldn't unclip when he came to a stop, and literally fell over at a stop and broke his ankle and was out for 3 months.
Oh, man. Right. So, I mean, I know in 380p or whatever I've got, this isn't going to be visible, but Nathan's got a 10.6 sprint. Holly's only got 8.0. Nathan's got a 6.21 minute. Holly's got 5.6, but Holly's got a 4.15 minute. Nathan's only got 3.8.
Yeah, is he sandbagging that 5-minute power though?
Sorry?
Is he sandbagging that 5-minute power? Because he's holding onto the grip, isn't he? Because that 5-minute power...
He's been doing ZRL where there's loads of 5-minute efforts. I don't think that's sandbagging it. I mean,
well,
it's not sandbagging it, but you weren't suggesting he's deliberately holding it down, but that he's never having to use it.
I think he's not. Yeah, I've signed up for Holly, so Holly's got 141 or 144 depending on the chat, and Nathan's got 179 for his.
Oh, so, but the big differential. So Nathan's got the biggest sprint. And Holly's got the bigger 20-minute. The 20-minute is huge. It's like 3.7 for Holly, but 3.3 for Nathan. But it's a lot harder to make the 20-minute, count, isn't it? Because you've got drifting.
You got to make the race much harder, and also the decisive moment is going to be on that climb, which is not 20 minutes. It's only, probably like 3-minute effort.
Yeah, and
but the thing is,
Holly's obviously lighter, So I was gonna say, so what you would, there's quite a flat bit, isn't there? Before, there's quite a long way before the climb. So if they were the same weight, then you would just tell your ACATs to just gun it all the way to
true.
the climb. If you've got the better 20-minute power, do you think?
The good thing is because you've got two teams, so it's really, if Holly gets dropped from a short effort, they can try and TT it back. Basically get people on the front just drilling it because she's got the better 20-minute power.
Yeah.
So it should be close. It'll be interesting.
But I suppose Nathan wants a group off the front. Nathan would want a group off the front to bridge up to at some point with his sprint, maybe sprint up to them, like he get his A's off the front, especially if he's got the better numbers, greater numbers. Get his A's off the front, because I think a lot of Nathans might be the DC kind of guys who've joined from Ryan's stream.
Yeah.
So he might not have a big A contingent. I don't
know. There's a lot of riders. So if you've got 140 odd riders, you're going to have 4 or 5 that are going to be able to drive the pack. As you say, I think Nathan's tactic would be good is to get some riders away from the group, and then he can try and bridge across to them on the bridge. That will be his. I think that's the point that he can put the pain on Holly.
He won't want to do anything on the bridge. He hates the bridge.
Who likes the bridge? You do that really sharp right hand turn, then you look up and you're like, oh god, there's a gap, and there's no draft. I got to close that. Otherwise, as soon as you get onto the actual bridge, it is a bit of a draft. But before that, that's so painful.
Yeah, well, the best of luck to the event, and also Holly and Sharon's podcast, The Balancing Act, launching next week.
I better jump in just before you finish that off, because the chat said that the restart team's turning up for Holly, so she's got a team. Maybe I should sign up for Nathan. Poor Nathan.
Nathan may have the numbers, but I think Holly's got the.
She's brought a gun to a knife fight, I think.
Oh, can we help Nathan out then? I feel terrible. I'm going to this.
I'm joining up with Nathan's team now, because Holly does not need the help. Mind you, don't everyone leave Holly's team now. Make sure you stay.
Could you get some burritos to help her out?
I don't know, because we've got the FRR. It's struggling to get them into the FRR. We've got Peter McMullen, which is he's my favourite streamer of all time, because he's just an absolute genius. He's not doing the FRR, so I'm a bit disappointed about that, but he's got legitimate reasons. So we'll see if we can get. Kyle loves a good chase race, so I'll see when.
Oh, he beat me on the Ocean Lift Side Clavidoop.
He did.
He said RL. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, he's a bit of a beast. He always makes me laugh. I'm dead, and then he's like, I'm just going to do 500 here. What are you doing? I don't want to get dropped. You're off the front. Yeah, I don't get dropped off the front.
I'd just like to point out that I do not have a spot there. That is not a spot, but the video is making me look like I've got a spot. I increased the saturation to make it look like I've got a bit of a tan, because I'm just a blue Cumbrian.
I've got to change mine, because now I look really red. I look like I've got heart disease.
I haven't got a spot there. Anyway, that was the first episode of Zwifty Chat. Thank you ever so much, Ben. That was utterly magnificent of you, to get up early and to help me out so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you can join me again sometime. But that was awesome. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Thanks for that. I'll definitely be joining you at some stage. Good luck with everything, and I'll be back soon.
Okay, cheers, dude.
See ya.
Keep it